Hey everybody, this is Talk Tesla to Me. I'm Keaton.
And I'm Tony.
And we're here to talk about the latest with Tesla and other EV news.
So what are we talking about today?
So I wanted to talk about the April Fool's jokes news articles that showed up because those upset me a little bit. I was triggered. Yeah. I was like...
Yeah, so I saw this one tweet. Somebody tweeted out they were getting their They got an email.
So was it a twit that tweeted? A twit that tweeted? Okay.
Tweeted that said that they were going to get their Cybertruck like next month.
In May.
I was so excited, and then I remembered what day it was.
Yeah. That's some fucked up shit. But that's one thing for someone on Twitter to post something, because that's not like an informative source. But for the news articles to come up to say that Elon got arrested at his rave in Berlin, I was like, oh shit. And claiming that his sound system was from Mars.
Could you imagine him just raving? I would die.
But the one that made me upset was that the Cybertruck was canceled, because a lot of people were like believing it, and
yes,
it was from a source that seemed like it was reliable. Not that I would get my news from that source.
I wonder how many people actually canceled their orders based on that, because they didn't know it was...
Maybe that was their goal. Hopefully they did. Move me up.
Right?
Go from 598 to 597.
From 1 million to 900,000 now.
999. Yeah. Well, because that one... And if you read the comments on that page, there was a lot of people that were like, thank God the Cybertruck is canceled. Like, why do you... like, when a car gets canceled from being produced, I don't care. Why, like, I could hate the thing. It could be the PT Cruiser's being canceled. I mean, like, that someone should go back in time and do that. But anyways, like,
yes.
Why people would be so happy about that? Like, why does the Cybertruck not need to exist? Like, what's so bad about it that it shouldn't exist?
It's hideous looking.
That's okay. Don't buy it. Short Tesla stock if you feel that way.
A choice.
Disclaimer, I own Tesla stock.
Nobody else is making EV worth of shit, so I have no choice but to buy the Cybertruck, you know?
I don't know. I think some of the Chinese ones look kind of cool.
I don't think anybody out there can rival Tesla's charging, their batteries, tech. It's just not worth it. Like, why would you buy anything else but a Tesla right now?
But I mean, if you were super rich... like, I think a Lucid would be pretty cool. Like, if you had charging at home, you never needed to use the charging network, like, a Lucid would be cool.
Yeah, the Lucids look pretty cool. There's, like, super high-end, like the...
And I guess I don't love the way they look. I think I like the way the S looks. But I've heard a lot of people don't like the S. They think it's too simple.
I love the S.
I do, too. I think it looks awesome.
It's fucking hot.
Yeah. I need a new one. My dad actually had an idea for a segment, because he watched I think he was the only one that watched the whole one of the last one, and so he had an idea about another segment.
What?
Stories from the road, because he drove here from Arizona, from Alma, Arkansas, because he's run into, like, you meet a lot of people at superchargers when you're driving across the country. He ran into some girl that ran out of charge 10 miles from the charger, but he said that she based her, like, she planned out her trip well and was basing her how much she charged at the previous supercharger based on the in-car navigation, and she didn't make it. So I don't know if she, you know how the car will tell you to slow down, you're not going to make it. It'll be like, hey, you need to slow down if you want to make it. I don't know if she followed that or not. I didn't really know much about it. But then also he ran into a guy that he thinks, because he ran into him in Perry, Oklahoma or something like that, and I guess the only thing that Perry, Oklahoma is known for is Ditch Witch. So he thinks that it's the actual Ditch Witch guy, because he's talking to him, and the guy came up and knocked on his window, and the way he was explaining it was that basically he thought that he was about to get cut.
Nice.
He's like, oh shit, here we go.
It's always a good feeling.
But I guess it was like a guy with, like an older, like 80-year-old guy with big beard, lots of hair, and was asking him how he liked his car, stuff like that. Said he had an order for a Model S Plaid. And he said he kept raising the price. Well, he kept adding features, because the thing he kept asking the Tesla folks was, will I get my car sooner? And I guess he fell asleep behind the wheel of his Audi and was going to buy some kind of Jeep or something like that. And his friend talked him into buying a Tesla. And then he was like, kept upgrading to get like the car faster. So he was buying like literally the top of the line S.
They were just actually talking about that for like the Model Y configuration.
That if you got FSD.
Yeah, they were saying if you get more expensive stuff that you will get.
But then they stopped. They said they stopped that. That like you could see it in the configurator that you were going to like. So say you're ordering a Model Y, you add FSD. You could see it shorten your delivery time frame. And they said they stopped that. So who knows if that's stopping? It's just not. They're not displaying that.
I think they're still doing it.
I would. Why wouldn't they?
Right. I mean, because
if someone's going to pay you $12,000 for something that costs you no more money, why are you not going to get that order done first?
Right. And they seem to prioritize the people that are getting the more expensive cars first.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah,
just like our Cybertruck.
High margin. Speaking of
sucks,
Cybertruck,
it sucks.
Do you think there's even going to be a tri-motor?
I would think so.
You don't think they're going to just do quad? They're going to make.
I bet you they're going to make a quad, a tri, and then maybe a dual.
But how are they going to even be able to get something at that price range? Because that's why, and my dad kind of has a theory on that as well, that they're going to drop the tri so that they force people like me and you that order, like a majority of the people that order, they want that 500-mile range. It's not necessarily about the tri-motor, it's about that 500-mile range. And they drop that, force you into a different one, and then you get stuck with a higher price.
Or they will offer the tri, but the quad is going to come first. So whoever, if you want the car faster, you're going to have to pay more money.
I would pay the same price, the $69,900, even if they dropped a motor and said, we're not doing the tri, you can either do quad for $90,000, or you could do a dual, but still get 500 miles of range. Then I would still take it. I'd still be happy with a $70,000 price. I don't want 300 miles, not with a truck. Towing is not going to work.
No, I want at least 500.
And in Colorado where it's cold, no.
Right, and with the mountains and going uphill,
really honestly 500 is like the lowest I'd want.
I totally agree.
Not that there's other options for that.
If he bumped up the quad to around 70, I would take that.
The quad motor to 70?
Quad, yeah. Like if you made that the top tier,
it'll be 90 or 100. There's no way.
I can't afford that.
I know, but with the way things have been going, you can't get a Model 3 for under. I mean, it's like almost $50,000. So how they're going to sell a truck with 2 motors and 300 miles, stainless steel, brand new platform for 50? I just don't see it.
I also had a theory about the pricing as well. What if he's raising the prices of every other car to help subsidize the money for the truck to get it down to that price? Maybe that's what he's doing.
No, because it would look bad on the margins, I would think. Because he's going to have really high margins and they're going to drop the hell down. I don't know. I don't think that'd be... I don't know how you're going to do that, especially when you got something that you got 2 million orders or whatever, 1.5 million orders. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm concerned for the price. I don't think I'll be able to afford it at that crazy price, but I don't think I want it if it only does 300 miles, especially at 60, 70 grand. No way.
But, I mean, you saw the backlash that Rivian got for raising their prices on people who had pre-orders. Do you think Elon's going to do that as well? I can't see that happening.
I can't see Elon giving a fuck. He doesn't seem to give a fuck in most things.
I don't think he would do that, though.
Yeah, I don't think he should. Whether or not he will, I don't know.
I don't know. I
mean, weren't you saying that you saw something about in the order verbiage that they couldn't raise the price?
Yeah, like there was a 10%, like...
They couldn't raise it more than 10 grand?
Right.
10%?
10%, yeah. That's what I thought I saw.
So on a $70,000 vehicle, they could take it up to like $77,000.
Right. I don't know.
That I could still do. A 500-mile range, tri-motor, I think 77
that
would be on the stomach. It would hurt.
It would hurt.
But if the tax credit comes around...
You know how long we've been waiting for this thing?
Whatever,
that's government. Holy shit.
That's government. I mean, I wouldn't have expected that. I mean, don't wait on a vehicle for that.
I know. But that would definitely help. I mean,
the other thing that he found out, I guess he talked to someone that was doing installs at the Tesla superchargers or something with the hardware there. Basically, some of the locations, like for example, the one in Holbrook, Arizona, they were upgrading from V2 to V3, but only half of them. So it was a 4-stall, and they added 4 stalls of V3. So the trick, apparently, is if they have numbers on them, those are the old gen. Because they used to be like, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. And they would, they'd be on a shared ballot or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
So if you park next to the guy on A and you were on B, you were going to be sharing the load with him. Whereas with these V3, they're not like that, and they don't number them. So if you go to a supercharger and you see some with numbers, some without, take the ones without the numbers because they'll be another 100 kilowatts, maybe. Who knows if they're all that way, but...
Right, yeah. That is pretty cool.
But yeah, did you hear that Elon got arrested at his rave? He said his sound system was from Mars.
No.
Oh, yeah. Apparently Mars makes really good sound systems. It's like banging out of this solar system.
Where can I buy one?
Mars, apparently.
Mars, I gotta go to Mars to buy one.
Shipping is a bitch, but... yeah, and then the other thing that he was at a charger, and there was a guy in a Kia or a Hyundai or something. I don't know if it was a Ioniq or something. And the guy, I guess, at the dealership had told him that he could use any charger. Go to a Tesla charger and plug in. He'll be fine.
Oh, that's nice.
And the guy was there, and he's like, trying to plug it in, couldn't get it in. And his wife was like, I told you.
I told you.
I don't know if that's really bad. I was just saying that.
Did you hear that the Hummer had a recall?
Wait, 3 of them?
Yeah. No, like
10%.
They made at least 10. And there was a recall.
I think I did hear about there was a recall.
The rear, the lights, they weren't.
Oh yeah, they may not
turning on properly, or they were just staying on, and they had to recall them because it couldn't be done over the air for like a software update. It had to be like hardware.
If only there was something like the internet to like push out some kind of thing with like magic.
We should invent that.
Dude, maybe like involve juju beans.
Juju beans.
Yes, that's how.
Juju bees.
Juju beans. And the other thing he was worried about was that like he drove a lot and there was a lot of wind, and he said normally he gets like 250 watt hours per mile, and that he was getting like 360 plus, and he was also wondering about the preconditioning, like how much power that uses, and like if you're barely gonna make it to the supercharger, but he said it was preconditioning for 100 plus miles. Like the second he started navigating to the next stop, it was preconditioning.
Wow.
And preconditioning the whole way. He said it was like 360 watt hours per mile, and like he used a ton of power, and he was worried because he only has a mid-range, and plus the wind and all that. And he was like, why? How much? Like he's like, I had to stop navigating because it was using a ton of power.
Wow. He's
like, how much power is used by that? And it almost sounds like 70 to 100 watt hours. I mean, I don't know what it's using. I mean, just with it could have been uphill or wind or whatever, but
right.
I mean, that's 30% increase or more.
That's a lot.
30 or 40%. That's a lot. I mean, that makes you so each kilowatt you're only going 2 miles, 3 miles for every kilowatt hour. I don't know. But
interesting. I don't know. We seem to get pretty good mileage here in the cold. And
what do you know? What your average watt hour?
I never pay attention.
Mine's like 250s ish. I think people in California probably average 220 because on a warm day I can get below 230 easy.
Right.
240 was my average when it was just summer, but which is good. I mean, 250 is good. You get 4 miles per kilowatt.
No, it's not bad.
Not bad.
But I want all the mileage I can get. Because when it degrades, you'll just have that much more.
Well, you don't have kids. Just take out the back seats.
Yeah. So as far as my FSD experience goes,
I haven't used mine.
Oh my god,
Is it better?
It's like sketch sometimes. It's like a newborn calf trying to walk on its leg. Like, going around the corners. I'm sure it has a clean view of like everything that I can see. I'm sure the car can see.
Right.
So when you're coming up to a corner and you're going to turn right hand, left hand, or whatever, it acts like it can't see anything, and it like creeps in the wheel like it jerks like a ton of times. Like I just don't understand. Like if it sees that there's absolutely nothing there, why does it have to move so slow? I mean, you would think the cameras could see as well as we could, right? Like
maybe.
Or if you're coming up to a light and you see that it's green, why does the car like prematurely slow down or something like that?
Whimsical hesitation, as they call it.
I don't know. It's just so frustrating. I mean, it seems to work much better than it did, but it still hesitates a lot. Like a lot of the time, I have to just press on the gas to get it to go.
I haven't been using mine. I haven't been driving as much, but also I had an issue with the charging where I'm staying, so I was running low on power, and then so I'd kick it in autopilot for a little bit, but then it would like do that whimsical hesitation crap, and it feels like it's using the friction brakes. So I'm like, I don't even have enough power to waste. Like I need all the regen I can. I can't have it wasting power on like braking for a freaking falling leaf.
Right.
Not a poison leaf, a regular leaf.
God forbid it touches the car. You know?
It'll probably explode.
You'll get COVID.
I already have it. All 19 of it.
Nice. All 19 of the COVIDs.
All 19 COVIDs.
Yeah, I don't understand the hesitations either. It's just like there's nothing there. You see that there's nothing there. Why do you just hit the brake or slow down? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's like that. It's like when they push it out to the customers that it's like they have to add like this like over hesitation feature. Like I bet in Elon's beta, it doesn't do that.
0 fucks given mode.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's what I would set it on, but
right.
I don't know. Well,
I'm sure it'll get better.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I don't use it a whole lot. I haven't been using it a whole lot as much as I used to.
I try to use it every time just to give it that much more.
I was doing that for a little bit, and then I just got so sick of it because it wasn't doing it good, and then like it just seemed frustrating because it would never handle the situations like it should, and then like, you know, you see people online using it. It seems like theirs does fine, and I'm like, man, our roads are like, at least the roads that I frequent, I do the same roads over and over again for the most part, and it doesn't seem to be able to do the like very wide open roads with no weirdness. But then you go and you do like in Colorado here, we have like all these like where they've done these tar lines to fill in cracks, and it's like it looks like lines, but it's all over the place, and it does just fine with those. Like it sees the lines fine. It could be snowing and it sees the lines fine, but then like, you know, it can see the lines better than me. When the roads are covered in snow, it's making a guess and actually doing pretty dang well on where the lines are. But then, you know, stoplight, clear it. Bright as day.
Can't do it.
No,
can't do it.
Just either
take over.
Full acceleration through the light, or just slam on brakes.
Have you had it in FSD mode? It pull up behind somebody and then try to like go around them? Because
it does that at my kids' school all the time. It's like, no, we're not waiting here. Doing? Well, we're not waiting here. This person is too slow.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. I gotta go.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, we could talk about the place in Shamrock that he found. We can pull up the pictures of that. I guess the place that the original the cartoon Cars movie was made after is in Shamrock, I think Texas. And it's got at the Supercharger, it's got like a restaurant and a diner. Well, the diner is the restaurant, like a gas station, old timey gas station. But it's like they've got Mater. Like what the people that made Cars kind of took this town and put that into the movie and like an animated
So it's a real town.
It's a real town, and I think there's another part like Radiator or something or other is nearby as well.
And it looks like the Cars movie, like it's animated.
Yes.
They made an animated town.
Yes, and the moon is
with
made
the Tesla
cheese.
Charger in it.
And the moon is made of cheese.
That's awesome.
And it's hollow.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. No, they have like a supercharger at a place that they actually modeled after in the movie.
And it's a real place.
It's a real place, and they actually have a real like.
Is it like
rusty
like
looking
Disney-fied,
car.
or is it like?
No, it's just a regular diner looking place. Like, you know, there's pictures. We show the pictures now.
Gotcha.
Now that you've enjoyed those pictures. But yeah, it's kind of cool. He thought that was like one of the best superchargers he's seen.
It's pretty neat.
Some kind of neat stuff, like almost like a little scenic place to go visit while you're at the supercharger killing time.
That's cool.
We don't have a good supercharger here.
No, we don't.
I hate our supercharger.
We have Electrify America or whatever the hell.
Well, no, we have a supercharger here too. It's down in a parking garage that you have to pay for downtown.
That's awesome.
That's awful.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's awful.
You said awesome.
I said awful. That's awful. That's awesome.
That's awfully awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesomely awful.
That's awful.
Yeah, but I wish they'd put in one. Like, and I almost feel like they decide not to put, like, they probably do it based on data. So they're like, okay, we only get X amount of people going to the supercharger. That city must not need another supercharger.
Of
But
course.
really, we could use another supercharger, it's just no one goes to it because it's in a parking garage, and that's annoying.
That's probably what they do.
So they need to fix that.
We're only a small city.
Elon.
Yeah, I bet you they have them all over the place.
We need an order of magnitude more chargers.
In Colorado Springs.
This is not well understood.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just going by data.
Data. No data.
No data.
Bad data in, bad data out.
Right, yeah.
So.
And then we get no superchargers.
No superchargers.
No.
And then they're like, he was saying that a lot of them are 39 cents a kilowatt.
That's like probably even like a little bit more than regular, like peak hours, or the same.
It's like half the price of gas if you drive something that gets like 27 to the gallon. So it's still cheaper.
Right.
But not a whole lot. But I mean, you're still charging at home most of the time.
For me to charge up, for me to gas up my truck the other day, it cost like $60.
You shouldn't tell people that you have a truck. That's embarrassing.
I'm waiting for the Cybertruck. As soon as that damn thing comes out, I'm done. But yeah, it's like, you know how many times you could have charged your Tesla?
How much did you say it was?
It's like $60.
Yeah, you could charge your Tesla like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Full.
Like, I'm just waiting for the Cybertruck.
But what does your truck get to the gallon?
Huh?
What does it get to the gallon?
Probably around 18.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, it's like not the best. It's a truck.
Right.
So, yeah.
It's not even like the biggest truck out there. I mean,
No.
They're not that big. It's kind of actually the smaller sizes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But for a truck, I mean, what do you do? There's not really much help out there for electric trucks unless you want to buy a $140,000 Hummer. And that's not, I don't know if I'd consider that a truck.
Yeah.
And then a Rivian, which, I mean, for one, where are you going to charge it? For two, like, hopefully Rivian's around. I mean, sure, they're backed by Amazon, but...
And when are you going to get it? If you tried to order one now, how long would it take?
I don't know.
Some sort of ridiculous amount of time?
A year, maybe?
Yeah.
What have we waited for the Cybertruck now? 3?
Yeah, but we've already... Like, just imagine if you were to put in right now for a Cybertruck, when would you get that? 2 or 3 years now?
Depends. I feel like you're going to be able to skip the line if you order the like FSD and Tri-Motor or Quad or whatever the top of the line is, and you buy the upgraded wheels.
Somebody was also saying that it doesn't matter when you ordered it. It has to do with how close you are to the factory.
They do sometimes. They have in the past prioritized orders based on how close you were to a factory.
So,
but if it's the Texas factory, we're still not that far.
Right, I know.
I mean, people in Texas probably get theirs first, but...
I thought they couldn't get Teslas in Texas.
They can't buy them directly from Tesla. But I think they can if there's some kind of...
Like ship them out and then ship them back or something?
No, I think they have to create some kind of like a separate entity that will sell them or something. I don't know. Sell them through... They may have to like buy them through another state. Like if you were in Texas, order it through like, you know, a different state and then get it transported there. I don't know.
Not sure. It's pretty cool though.
Hopefully the factory kind of pushes them along to like opening up the...
I hope so.
Ordering there. I want to go visit the Austin factory. I'd love to go to their opening, but that's not going to happen.
Did you see the drone fly through of... Oh my god, you need to watch it. It's freaking amazing.
Is it?
Coolest thing I've ever seen, man. This freaking drone is flying through the factory while it's producing cars. Wow. So the presses are going down and this thing's like flying underneath the press. It's like a gauntlet. It's pretty cool. You need to see it.
So the drone is like dodging shit?
Yes. That's and it's cool. Like hauling ass through this factory
that's
too.
Big?
It's huge.
Wow.
It's real. If you haven't seen it, you definitely need to see it. Very cool.
Did you watch the thing on Nikola's factory?
Nikola?
Nikola Tesla. Not Tesla. Not Nikola Tesla. Nikola
the original Nikola Tesla?
No, it just said not that.
Who's Nikola then?
The company that is Trevor Milton. That like.
Oh no, I haven't.
Sandy Monroe went and looked at like their hydrogen truck and their EV truck, and I was actually surprised. It looked further along than I had expected, and like I thought they were a fraud.
Not everything, I guess.
Not everything. Not everybody.
Not everybody.
I ask you why.
Why?
A dime bag of pixie dust. I don't know. What else did you have?
Not much. I don't know of anything else off the top of my head.
It's stock splitting.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I wonder what the split's going to be.
I believe Rob Maurer.
Really?
I think it'll
20
be 20
to 1.
I think putting the price around, $75 to $100, that gives it time to grow up, into the Apple price range, 150, 170, when in there. I mean, that kind of seems like a good place. You can buy full shares without breaking the bank, but
right.
And something else that I had heard about, so many people are like, well, why does it matter? Something that I hadn't heard before that makes a lot of sense is that full shares get voting rights. So instead of being able to, $500 only buys you half of a vote. So you're going to vote your half vote, but if they were less than $100 each, you'd have 5 votes. I mean, not that. Yeah. I mean, you dilute those votes by, it's not really diluting them, but you increase the amount of votable shares by, that. So then you really still get the same amount as a half vote at $1,000, but
right.
Kind of makes sense. Like if you had full shares that you'd want to vote, whereas if you didn't have a full share, you probably wouldn't even bother voting.
Right. And some people who do have full shares don't even bother voting. So
no, yeah, but I think that just means they side with whatever management requests, which is
if there was something that you totally
disagreed with,
you're definitely probably going to put your vote in. Yeah. I mean, you'd like to have a voice in that.
Yeah, Elon's like, I'm going to quit to become an influencer. Should I do that? Should I make the Cybertruck look like a Toyota Tacoma?
Yes, please.
I wouldn't buy it.
No, I would.
They'd just buy a Tacoma.
If it was the Tesla, I would.
Just convert it, put a Model S battery in it.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how much it would cost to do that.
You know, like on your Game Boy when your AA batteries die and you just take out the batteries and put them in?
No.
It's like that.
No, it's not. I've seen a lot of people converting their cars with Tesla parts.
Yeah.
Like motors and stuff.
A lot of them use the Model S batteries and Model S motors.
That's pretty cool.
I think it's really cool.
That'd be very cool. Yeah, I mean, Tesla should probably start doing that. Just sell their motors and things for other cars.
Why? You don't think they'd make more money selling a whole car?
Maybe you'd want like a Mustang.
So go get one out of the junk shop.
They don't make Mustangs with Tesla parts.
That's no, I'm saying go buy the crap out of a broken Tesla. Like the guy that got some several feet of air in his Tesla and crashed it. Well, it wasn't his. That was a problem.
What?
Yeah, there's some guy that there's the video went kind of viral. He I think he had borrowed the car. It was like a Turo or some kind of rental, and drove crazy. Got several feet of air, crashed it, totaled it.
Oh, you're talking about it flying.
Yeah.
Air. I'm thinking about air in the car. What?
Oh, no.
Like in the brake line? What are you talking about?
No, he got several feet of air and crashed it really bad. And
that's awesome.
It wasn't even his car. I think someone had went and said they got the radiator and they were going to sell it on eBay.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah, I don't know. People, I don't know, man. Like, why would you do that?
It'd be cool to have, but I don't think I'd buy it.
No.
I have the button board from when my kids broke the buttons on the seat. I kind of thought it'd be cool, joystick for playing Pac-Man or something on.
Yeah, if you can get it to work.
I don't think you could.
No, it's hard.
Plus the joysticks would be broken because my kids broke it.
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, taking parts from one like that's been totaled, the batteries are probably
if
still
you can
good.
do that or have the money to have somebody build it for you, not everybody's gonna. I mean, there's a 0.1% of people that might be doing that, and it's probably even lower than that.
You don't think you could?
No.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, if you knew how to do it or you had the money, but
it's just high voltage. It's not gonna kill you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is this thing live?
Should I be wearing rubber gloves?
What's this big orange wire for?
Did I plug that into the wall?
Just plug it in. So, this is our very first episode. Thank you all for joining us. And if you want to support our channel, we do have a Patreon page that you can go donate to. We're going to be putting the link in the description in case you guys want to check that out.
If you want to send us a DM and maybe we can let you know our location, you can send me a quiet fidget spinner, something that I can play with that's quiet.
Play with while
I need a fidget. I'm telling you guys I need something that's quiet. Tony says they don't exist. Prove him wrong.
So that is it for this episode. Thank you again for joining us. And if you guys like the episode, definitely make sure you hit that like button. And if you guys want to hear more, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell for future episodes.
And let us know what you want to see. If we could do something different, better, worse.
Definitely.
If we suck.
We'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, maybe.
What did you guys like about the episode? What didn't you like?
Yeah. And we may or may not listen to your
exactly
feedback. No, we will. Just be nice.
Just be nice.
Be nice. Not to Tony, though. He can take it. I can't.
Thanks a lot. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.